What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ARKK for ARK ETF. Of course, this is the Innovation ETF by Cathie Wood. So on the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. We have not yet marked this one up together on the channel, so let's come in and give ourselves that daily roadmap we always do, just pointing out obvious areas of support and resistance. Then we'll talk more nuance as we drill down to the 30-minute intraday time frame and talk, about scenarios there. So I like that as a very quick and dirty roadmap here. If we take out our resistance trendline tool as well, you can notice that we have something in play kind of like this. I don't really think it'll be in play over the course of the upcoming week, but just sort of indicating that yes, indeed, we do have lower highs continuing to form, and on a back test, we would expect those lower highs to continue, especially now that we've made a new lower low. So taking a look at this through the lens of the 30, how did today's move essentially unfold? Certainly bearish the entire day just about, and what we'll do is take out the fibs, and whenever we get range expansion, right, we typically like to look at it through this lens. So down to the low of the first move, what you'll notice is that on this little bounce into the end of the day here, we didn't even make it up into the first blue line, which of course is the 38.2. So that's fairly bearish, or just a lack of strength from the buyers essentially. And then down to the low of the day, although it's not a back test based on the entire move here, you'll notice that the 38.2 is a structurally important area from the little bounce that we got. So I would say 111 is the number to beat into the end of the week for short-term traders if there's going to be any sort of pop here inside of ARK. So let's go ahead and get rid of the fibs, clean up the chart a bit. If it does break out, what's the level to be watching? Well, I would argue it's the breakdown point from in here. You can see this and this at 113.60. So that would look like this maybe. So something like this, bullish pattern gets put in, nice high and tight consolidation, boom, take the break. I would argue there's going to be a lot of chop in this zone, right? There's technically some dollar value here, but ultimately the top end should be at 113.60. So that's one potential bullish trade idea if you believe that this is an oversold reaction here and you're going to get some sort of bounce, right? But I would be a little bit more skeptical than that. ARK is really involved with companies that have a lot to do with the tech sector, obviously, and with rising rates, that's not so hot for tech. Obviously, with rising rates, without getting too fundamental on you, rising rates are going to eat away at the earnings estimates and the earnings forecasts for those shares, as the tech companies obviously have to pay more interest on the loans that they take to sustain their business models, essentially. So that's a quick, again, fundamental piece, a little more fundamental for my taste there, but that's what I'm seeing and why I would probably advise a little bit of caution here to the long side inside of ARK. Can you short this thing? Absolutely. If we come on over to the trade tab, obviously you're not going to do it with shares, but look at the option contracts at the towards the money strikes. So right in here, you can see definitely some good open interest as well as volume that's actually flowing through the options chain, and the bid-ask spread. It's not great, but it's also not horrible. So if you were inclined to short it, it is possible here inside of ARK, and you have those downside targets. If we break down underneath 109, arguably, the next major target should be down here towards 100. Nice round psychological number, and again, a 10-point range there. That's a huge amount of deltas to be picking up if you short it via puts. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new, definitely let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.